So what exactly is Shvii Shel Pesach? The Sforim HaKadoshim tell us the most amazing things about it. The Beis Aaron of Karlin explains that the 6 days of Pesach are just a hachana preparation for Shvii Shel Pesach. The Alshich HaKadosh explains that what Shabbos is for the week, Shvii Shel Pesach is for the year. So let's try to understand, what is this Yontif all about? The highlight of the Yontif, of course, is discussing Krias the splitting of the Yam. The Rebbe of Melech and the Noam Elimelech explains, and he highlights 2 specific psukim by Krias Yamsuf. One of them is Biyabosha B'soich Yam, that it was the dry land within the Yam, and the other one is B'soich Yam B'yabosha, that was in the middle of the Yam there was dry land. And he asks, why does it seem that the order changes in the 2 different ways that the Torah describes what happened when Klal Yisrael went through the Yam? Says the Noam Elimelech, that when Klal Yisrael went through the Yam, onto the Yabosha inside that Yam, they realized that there really was no difference between the Yam and the Yabosha. Because to the Rabbeinu Shalom, making a nace of splitting the Yam so that they could walk inside it is not a miracle any more than anything else that goes on in the world. And it's that realization that is the essence of Shvii Shel Pesach. The Chassam Sofer also asks a very similar question. What does it mean when the Torah says that they saw the Yabosha, the dry land, was really the Yam? And he explains it with a mashal. There was a rich and powerful king that calls in one day his most famous artist. And he says, I've got a project for you. I'd like you to draw me on the royal horse. I'd like everyone to see it. We're going to put it in front of the palace. The artist says, sure, challenge accepted. He goes back to his office and he spends a few weeks on the project. He comes back to the king with the final product. It's magnificent. Every detail is there. The king, the horse, it just looks amazing. In the middle of the night, they take this magnificent, huge painting and they put it in the front of the palace for everyone to see. And then, the next morning, the king waits to see. He watches from the corner of the palace to see how people are going to marvel at this most amazing painting. And he's shocked. One by one, people are walking past the painting and no one even notices. It looks so real. They didn't realize it was even a painting. After a few hours of seeing this, the king got enraged. How can this be? He takes a knife, goes outside the palace, and inserts the knife into the painting, ripping it in half. All of a sudden, things changed. When people walked past, they were like, wow, look at that painting. It's so lifelike. It's so amazing. It took the rip for them to realize how great it actually was. Think about it. Every painting requires a painter. Every design requires a designer. Every creation requires a creator. We get so sidetracked in life, it becomes so normal to us that the avodah on Shvii Shel Pesach is to recognize the Rabbeinu Shalom's world. It's estimated that there are between 30 and 60 trillion cells in the human body, each one a living organism, requiring nourishment to survive. That many cells, what are the chances of just one of them malfunctioning? Imagine baking 50 cupcakes at the same time in the oven. Chances are one of them are either going to be overdone or underdone. But here, in our human body, the Rabbeinu Shalom created perfection. There are millions of computers in our eyes that generate the image that we see and sends the message to the brain to reconstruct it. And nothing gets mixed up. It's unbelievable. That's the message of Shvii Shel Pesach. And that's what the Noam Elimelech is telling us. When Klal Yisrael saw the Yam and they saw it being split, for a moment they were taken aback. And then when they got inside, they realized that everything in the world that the Rabbeinu Shalom created, it's all a nace. The Rabbeinu Shalom is splitting the Yam every single day of our lives. We just have to be able to see it. Have an amazing Yom Tov.